Today, I want to talk about freedom. The freedom we have in this country to say what we think, especially if it's unpopular, especially if it goes against the status quo, against the powers that be. We are allowed to say certain things. We've always had rights. That's one of the reasons this country was founded in the first place, so we could speak truth to power. Anybody who's in power. Now, free speech can be tricky for some because while it certainly protects anything we say, it also protects stuff that we disagree with. And therein lies the challenge. Will we protect other people saying things we don't agree with so they protect things that they don't agree with? Are we so divided as a country that we can't see how we're tearing each other down? And now that we have, and I'm not afraid to say it, and this is not a political thing, whatever party you're on, we are now ran by a dictator, a fascist dictator who will stop at nothing to stamp out his political enemies, to destroy anybody who disagrees with him, to take away anybody's rights who's, not the cisgender white male Protestant, the old stereotypical line. That's where we're going back to. The reason why he likes the Gilded Age is because that was when rich people ruled. There were no rules. There were no unions. There were no nothing to protect people. And so I want to just express my gratitude that we do live in a country, no matter where we can say, fuck the president. Or we can say, I don't like that person and they're terrible for this reason. They're violent. They've committed all these crimes. And even though that person may be in power, we don't fear going to jail. Except now, if somebody's skin tone is a little darker than somebody thinks, they are whisked to jail. Sometimes they're deported. Sometimes on trumped up charges, if you'll pardon my French. At least using Trump in that way more, is closer to the detail of what he actually is, a phony. Anyway, people go to jail on these trumped up charges. They'll get where they're have all their rights taken away. The cruelty, the inhumane conditions. And sometimes it's not even in this country. Sometimes they're sent to another country so they can be tortured even differently. And to some, war-torn country that we can't guarantee people's safety. I mean, why would you send people to South Sudan? Really? Why would you do that? So are we just in this country, in a country now where if we step out of line, if we say something bad against the powers that be, against the president, against anybody in his administration, that we have to worry about being sent to some war-torn country that we might not survive? Oh, because of why? Because of what? This is the freedom that we all need to fight for. This is the freedom of speech. I have a journalism background. So a lot of times I come from it from the media perspective where, you got to hold people in power responsible and accountable. But today, all of us have that responsibility. And yes, comedians, comedy, satire, all that stuff is priceless in not only keeping us sane, but they're the ones that always have historically poked the bear. Spoke truth to power. We can regain our free speech. We just have to prove it was never lost. If they come to try to arrest us, if they come try to take us away and disappear us in unmarked cars with no uniforms and no, who knows if they're even ICE? They could be just some, criminal that just sees it as an opportunity. If that happens to us, or anybody we know, we have to come out in increasing numbers to put a stop to it. Now. I was going to say we can't survive much longer like this. And maybe we can't. But the great thing is that we have the power to stand up. We have the power to fight back, and we will fight back, because all of us, no matter if we're Democrat or Republican, conservative, liberal, whatever label you want to use, we're all going through this same thing. We might think we're protected, but then the moment we step out of line, we're the ones getting whisked away. Let's ensure that happens to none of us, because none of us are free until we're all free. If you like what you heard, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Please check out my website, bryanradzin.com. I have information there about all my books and podcasts and everything I have going on. And just one last parting words. I'm grateful that we do have rights in this country, that we do have the Bill of Rights. But what we can never do is think that other people are undeserving. Because if we think other people are undeserving, we're undeserving. Because of the specific reason that we all deserve to live free. We all deserve to live with liberty and peace of mind. And let's not forget kindness and love, because that's important too. The more we share that, the less likely we are to tear each other down, and the more likely we are to unify before the whole country goes up in flames. But with love and people together, that will never, ever, ever happen.